guest, Victoria Gibson, who is also known as the Facebook Ad Queen, is here with us. Let me just check the audio. You can hear me okay, Victoria?
Yes, I can.
Perfect, loud and clear, and what a thrill to have you here. I know how busy you are, and we've been trying to coordinate this, I think, for a month or so now, and Victoria is calling in from Melbourne. We say here Melbourne, but I know it's really Melbourne, I believe, in Australia. I use my Aussie accent.
That's how we say it, good Aussie accent.
There you go. I have relatives in Sydney, so you think I'd know by now. And she's got a phenomenal background. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about her here in just a sec. But as far as tonight, grab a pen. You're going to want to take some notes. The whole topic that we're looking at is how to attract new leads for your business using stand pages and Facebook ads. And I don't have to tell you, anyone listening or here tonight, Facebook is an amazing tool. I believe the last count, there's what, 950, I think, Victoria, million people?
You probably know the stats. Yeah, close to 1 billion, that's for sure.
Unbelievable. It's really become one of the most powerful business tools out there. And obviously a lot of people use this for personal connection as well, but truly as a way to connect and generate leads. This is one of the most amazing ways to do it. And ads and pages are probably the two most powerful tools you can use on Facebook if you want to build your business and really create a following of customers and even potential business builders that want to know what you're up to. And it can be overwhelming. If any of you have spent time on Facebook and fiddled around with a page or checked out the ad opportunity, if you don't have a plan, it can really become a bit of a time suck. And so it's really important to know how to use these tools, what to do, what not to do, especially when you're spending money on advertising. You want to be very clear on what you're doing and be sure to use the strategies that are going to have some ROI for you, some return on investment pretty quickly. And that's really what we're going to talk about here tonight. Victoria, as I mentioned, is known as the Facebook Ad Queen. And I know you've really expanded now and you have a number of other services that you're offering. But truly, one of the most recognized leaders in Facebook advertising. And what we're going to look at here tonight, a couple of things. Why Facebook is the best and most cost-effective method for creating real relationships with your customers. We're going to look at some tips on how to use your page for the most possible success, and how to build a list of very targeted buyers using Facebook marketing. Leads who can then become new customers for you and eventually even become interested in your business. And some tips and advice for Facebook ad success, what to do, what not to do, and how to make this rather complex tool simple and easy to use. And Victoria, from what I've seen of your work, I think that's really one of your gifts, is taking what can be very complex and perhaps a bit overwhelming and making it really simple. So thank you for being here. And I really want to acknowledge you for all the work you've done. I think I first heard of you maybe 6 months ago. And she's really a product of the product, everybody. In fact, you can tell maybe a little bit more about your background there, but you really have used Facebook and the tools we're going to talk about here tonight to build your brand and your presence online. And I know just since we've even met how much that's grown and how bigger you're getting out there. So the proof is kind of in the pudding in terms of what you do.
Absolutely. No,
let me pass it on to you, and I'll let you take over, and we'll get the slides going here.
And thanks for that lovely introduction. And yes, I am completely passionate about all things Facebook, Facebook in general, but Facebook advertising in particular, in that for me it's been an amazing tool for both my own business, as you mentioned, but also for my clients. So my primary business is actually ensuring that my clients and businesses, be it offline or online businesses, connect with more of their ideal clients on Facebook. So that's what I help people do by using Facebook in its entirety. So looking at Facebook pages and advertising together, and how those two can work in synergy to really, really grow your profile, but also actually make real and meaningful relationships with your clients, which I'm sure most of your community is all about relationships. You're not going to be doing particularly well in your industry without having very strong relationships and building trust before you do anything else.
Definitely.
So Facebook is the place to build that trust, especially globally. We can't always get in front of people. There's only one of us, as I could testify today when I'm trying to run around, drop my kids at gymnastics, come here for the call. There's only one of me, and there's certain things that we need to do in our life that are important. So we want to make sure that we can maximize our time at work as best we can, and Facebook and online marketing in general is a great tool to do that. So today I really want to just take you through some of the basics that I think that some people on the call have probably dabbled in Facebook. They have a Facebook page, they've tried ads, perhaps they haven't got their page yet. That's fine too. You'll still be able to follow on along with this presentation and really understand, I guess, the opportunity that's there. If you have been trying and haven't quite got where you want to go yet, then that's fine too. You'll definitely be able to take something away from today. So let's kick off. And the title of the presentation is Boost Your List Fast, but list just refers to, a list of buyers, a list of clients, relationships with your potential buyers. So that's what we're referring to today. So if we can dive into the next slide. I'm just going to teach you today about jump-starting your marketing online using Facebook. Perhaps you're still not really utilizing online as best as you could as a vehicle for getting better relationships with your potential team members or clients. This will give you a few ideas, hopefully, and get the wheels turning. And why Facebook ads don't need to be so scary. And I'm just going to I'm not going to go into too much detail of exactly how to do it, only because I do find that people's heads start to spin if I go into too much detail. I'm going to give you a bit of a broad overview, then I'm going to show you how it fits into the overall picture so that you get an idea of the place that they serve in the whole marketing sphere. And also a couple of nifty Facebook shortcuts that you could be using to increase your fans on your page and increase your list of buyers. So let's move to the next slide. So
Brilliant.
You might need to press it a couple of times because it's got those build out things which can be a bit annoying. But anyway, so basically I'm just saying I know what it's like to be marketing yourself online and feeling like perhaps it's going slower than what you'd like, particularly when you're starting out online. So a lot of the people on the call today may have a great in-person network perhaps, and maybe they have already got quite a big email list, but they haven't really mastered building their profile online. It can be difficult, particularly if you are doing a lot of in-person events or building relationships in person, and with everything that needs to be done in that regard, it can be really difficult to find the time to dedicate to another channel. But you really need to carve out that time, especially initially with Facebook, because it is such an important channel. It's such, obviously, as we talked about before, with nearly 1 billion users, nearly everybody is on Facebook, and I can guarantee that your clients are there. But budgets are tight too, and one of the best part about Facebook is most of using Facebook the right way is actually free. So if you can take some of the time, it will deliver you the value back. So it will allow your potential clients and team members also to find you. So, rather than putting in all that time creating your newsletter, blogging, and using social media, in that, yes, still do those things, but you don't have to just rely on those things anymore or be thinking, oh, now I've got to put out a new newsletter. Facebook can be like putting out a mini newsletter every day with your posts. So there's certain things that you can be replacing and refocusing a bit more time on Facebook, and you will start to see the rewards. So let's go to the next slide, where I'm just saying basically there is a faster way using Facebook. You can get great results not spending anything if you're prepared to put the time in. But if you want to fast track it a bit, just as little as $10 a day can start to make a difference in ads. You'll be able to tap into a sea of leads and referrals. So keep tapping down those slides just in case those points aren't coming up, Sonia. I can't see your screen, but and you can grow targeted and real likes fast. So you may have heard that you can buy Facebook likes and things like that, but there's no point in having people on there who don't want to truly hear from you and want to engage with you. So this is the beauty of Facebook, is if you are growing your real likes and targeting the users that are most likely to want to buy from you, you'll be able to develop a really active and engaged community relatively quickly. So you'll also be able to generate recurring sales because you can keep talking to these people. It's just like an email list that when you're growing your community on Facebook, and you'll be growing your email list in tandem with your Facebook page, but this becomes a place where you can keep talking to them, and you won't always just be giving them sales messages, because nobody only wants to hear when you're trying to sell. They also want to hear what value you've got to add, what information and advice you've got to share about the topic that you're the expert in. And basically that's going to mean that any ads you use to grow your community are going to pay you back in dividends. So let's just take a bigger step back, and as we've talked about, the size and the scale of Facebook is absolutely enormous, but also the fact that the advertising opportunity and the cost of that advertising opportunity is something we've never ever seen before in media. It's always been, if you really want to have something that's going to reach on a large scale and get your message out there, TV advertising was king. It was the thing that, you could reach the biggest numbers, the widest audience, but there were some downsides in that you had to pay big dollars to produce television commercials. You can only place them when the TV channel allows you to slot your ad in certain time slots, and it's incredibly expensive, and it still is expensive. So it's not to say that TV advertising is no longer worthwhile, but it's really always been out of reach for entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and small business owners. Without multi-million-dollar marketing budgets, getting advertising of that scale is just something that it was beyond us. Whereas now we get something that people are pretty much, most of our audience and users are logging into Facebook more than they're watching TV. They're as engaged with Facebook, if not more so, than they are with TV. Most of the time now, when people are watching TV, they've got a laptop in front of them or an iPad, and they're actually browsing while they watch TV. So they're not really as engaged. The rise of DVRs means they're fast-forwarding ads, etc., etc. So this becomes a brilliant new medium where not only you can get to a more engaged user and tap into the brilliant targeting of Facebook, but you can also advertise at an absolute fraction of the cost of what it used to be able to reach these people. So that's what I love about it, and it's such a great tool for building relationships, as I said before. So let's hop to the next slide. This slide really just demonstrates some of the Facebook ads that you can use, but I just wanted to show you, that typically Facebook ads are on the side of your newsfeed in case, just to put it all in context for you. But what I love about even just this one, which is actually off my own profile, is Facebook serve up ads to their users that they think they're most likely going to want to see based on their browsing history on Facebook and what they've interacted with, what pages they've liked, what words and phrases and terms and brand names they've included in any of their Facebook updates, or those Facebook updates that they've interacted with or liked on other people's pages. So Facebook put all this into, their sophisticated systems to basically be serving up almost a tailored advertising platform for its users. So if you have a look on this page, you can see that the ads that are getting served up to me are, there's some footwear, fashion ads, and there's some online marketing ads. There's also, like down the bottom, that's a cell phone provider. It's actually my cell phone provider who's been served up to me there. So this is basically, these ads are catered to me. I'm in online marketing. I'm interested in fashion, and I do have a cell phone with Optus. So that's what I love so much about Facebook. It's not each person is going to see exactly the same ads, because it's all personally tailored to you. And that's where the power as a marketer is. So you can really tap into your ideal client's preferences, and they're more likely to take action because the ads are more relevant. It's not like TV where we're broadcasting to the masses. This is customized advertising at its finest. You control the budget. So you only pay if they work. So you select what's called cost per click bidding method, which means that you only pay once somebody clicks on the ad. That price is dictated by market forces. It's a bit of a bidding system, and it does depend on how competitive the market is that you're going for. But because you cap how much you'd like to spend, you're never going to go over your budget. So you needn't fear that. It is a bit of a skill required to understand how to bid effectively and keep your costs down. But just for you to know overall, that's pretty much the premise. Is that making sense so far, Sonia?
It does, and I just want to reemphasize what you were saying there. I don't think, I shouldn't assume that, but I think for some of you, you may not realize when you're going into Facebook and you look over to the right-hand side of your screen, as Victoria's showing here, that none of those ads are showing up by accident, that they're only showing there because somewhere in your profile you've indicated that you like yoga or you like certain pages that are focused around a certain theme, or you put keywords in your profile that are getting read. So that is really amazing because you'll only ever see ads on the right-hand side of your screen that are somewhat relevant to what you're interested in. And as someone who might want to put an ad out there, that's such good news for you because if you have skincare products, you can target those ads to people who like skincare. And you can be assured that if your ad shows up on someone's page, it's likely, at least on the page, of someone who's already interested in what you are offering, or weight loss products, or whatever it is, jewelry, if that's your product line. So that was really the first huge aha for me, Victoria. I realized, wow, how customized these would be. And like you said, when they're tailored in that way and we can completely control the cost, we're pretty much, I mean, guarantee is a strong word, but we're putting ourselves into a place where we're going to generally have a lot of success. If someone sees that ad and clicks on it, they're at least warm in the ballpark in terms of what it is we're offering. Would that be accurate?
Absolutely. And even to show just how precise these ads are, I think the reason why I do actually have 2 footwear ads on that, serving up on that page as that screenshot showed, is that I think a couple of days prior I actually posted a pair of shoes that I liked to show my friends, said, what do you think of these shoes, or did you like these, I'm in love with them, or something like that. So Facebook actually took that information pretty much straight away and dictated, okay, they know this user wants to hear about footwear, so any advertisers that are targeting that broad category of footwear will see it. But the power can be in cutting down even further than that and going even deeper and going by brands. So you can actually start to decipher what kind of value customer you're looking at, because obviously with skincare, for example, there's a very big difference between Nivea and Creme de la Mer or La Mer, for example. So you can target people who like La Mer skincare who are going to pay $400 a tub versus people who like Nivea who might pay $7 a tub. I mean, it depends. We pay a lot for skincare down in Australia, so I'm sure it's not $400 up there, but it's $400 here. So that's a big difference in the type of buyer you'd be wanting to target. So that's also where the power of Facebook targeting comes in. Just as an aside there.
Absolutely.
So who am I?
And just so you all know, just listening, that's really the power. You can pretty much find, if you know who your perfect customer is, someone who buys skincare, and likes these other kinds of brands, or someone who buys weight loss products, or is in the market for that. Like Victoria's saying, you can pretty much target your ad, so it's only going to display on someone's page that has some interest in that. That's really the power.
Absolutely.
Sorry to jump in there, but
so on the next slide,
I think that's such an important
thing. Absolutely. On the next slide, it's more just about me, which we've already gone into in the introduction, but really, yes, I've built my business from scratch using Facebook ads. So like Sonia said before, I really, walk the talk in that's what I use to promote myself. And that's how I've managed to actually secure some great relationships with other people who have bigger audiences that I've been able to get in front of as well and share my expertise and hopefully offer a lot of value. So I do campaign management and coaching. So I work with big businesses and solopreneurs to, increase their connections with their ideal clients, but also work one-on-one to help people figure this whole thing out and make sure that they've got a great tailored campaign for their own products and services. So I know it inside out, and we're going to run through that today. So let's hop into the next next slide, which really is where we're going to start off the presentation. And we're going to sort of start off negatively talking about what are some of the biggest Facebook marketing mistakes I see people making, because I don't want you to keep making them if you're already making them. And if you haven't started making them, or you haven't started using Facebook in earnest, I don't want you to make them either. So let's just outline those so that we can make sure that we avoid them. And there you can see my little thumbed Facebook like in the graveyard, because that's what's pretty much going to happen to your Facebook page if you continue to make these mistakes. And don't feel bad if you are making them, because most people do, and that's why I put them here. The first one is really, and I'm going to go into these in detail in the subsequent slides, but the first one's really that when people land on your Facebook page, do I need to also just take a step back, Sonia, and just explain the difference between a Facebook business page and a personal page? Do you think I should?
Sure, I think most people know, but that would be really great. You can probably explain that better than
yeah, sure. Well, just that is actually another common thing I do see, people marketing from their personal page. Now, personal page is your own Facebook page, or you've set one up maybe in your business's name, but it requires people to friend you rather than like you. So it's a page where you can friend somebody. So where it says, add as a friend on your page, that means you have a personal profile, even if you've named it in the name of your business. So that is not the ideal place to be marketing your business and using as a platform for ads, because you cut yourself off from a lot of advertising options by using that personal profile. It's all well and good if you want to put a few sales messages on your personal profile, if that sits with you and your friends are open to that, or the people that you put business connections on your personal profile. It's okay to do that. It's just you're not optimizing Facebook. So if you haven't got a business page set up, you need to set up a business page straight away. And you can do that. There's a link, facebook.com/pages/create.php. I know that's a bit of a crazy link, but anyway, we might put that in the resources somewhere, or
sure,
you can always email me or whatever, and I'll let you know. But that's where you start to set up your Facebook page. So I want to make sure in everything I'm talking about in this presentation, you understand that I'm talking about a business page, and you do need one. You can set up, there's a variety of categories. It's pretty straightforward to set up, but even if you get stuck, there are resources on my website at fbadqueen.com, the videos and etc. and things like that you can use to set it up. But I just want to make sure that you know we're talking about pages. So in talking about those marketing mistakes, we're saying that when someone lands on your Facebook page, what I want for you is that they know immediately what business you're in, what kind of personality you are, like what you've got to offer, how you set yourself apart from the competition, and pretty much what they're going to get from interacting with you. So it might not be one free giveaway or anything like that, but they come on, and if I want to, for example, go onto Sonia's page, I'd see that she's all about helping women in the network marketing industry be more successful. She's, vastly experienced in what she's got to offer, and, she's friendly, beautiful looking, obviously. Not that you have to be beautiful looking, but, straight away I get a sense of what's Sonia about, and it's nice because I feel like almost from those three things, I already get a feeling about what Sonia and her brand are about. And that's what I want for everybody to give to people coming onto their page. So immediately people will either be attracted or realize it's not for them, but I want them to know straight away, because if people don't know, generally then they will just not connect, because they'd rather just not make a decision if you're not pulling them in the right way. So making sure that your offer is clear. I'll go into that again in the next slide. Capturing leads, so capturing emails as well is really important as another backup behind adding to your Facebook likes. So if you don't have an email list yet, or a little database that you're building, then you need to get that set up, and that's a whole nother conversation, but it's pretty straightforward to do. You're not posting daily. You need to be posting daily on Facebook. There's a new scheduling tool that you can be putting in posts in advance to make it easier, but you need to be posting at least daily, preferably twice daily. One at the sort of beginning of the day and one at the end is great. And what I call failing to broadcast, which means not utilizing all the tools on Facebook and the nature of the social network to really get your posts seen by more people. So let's go into the next slide about avoiding the mistakes. So let's talk about having a clear offer. So we'll go to the introduce your business slide, where I'm just going to show, an example where it's not clear what the business is about on their Facebook page, and another example where it is clear. So the first one on the left, if you've got that slide up, you can see that it says Velocity House. It's called Velocity House. I don't actually know what that means. It says underneath, under where it says the website, where there should be a link to your website, because this is another great opportunity to drive traffic to your website if you have one as well. It says Velocity House Publishing, which is more than just books. Okay, but what does that mean? Is that a publisher like for traditional books? Is it a publisher for ebooks? I don't know what it means. And then, so I'm less likely to want to press the like button. You've got all this real estate on a Facebook page where you can communicate what you're about and entice people in to either come to your website or click like. So let's look at the next. On the right-hand side, you can see this is someone I know, Mara Glazer. She's got thebusybuzz.com, and it says there, join the #1 online community for women entrepreneurs who want to grow their business and live their best life. Okay, well, I know what it's about. I know the person behind the brand, and I know what I'm going to get from interacting with this page. Underneath there, I can also see a couple of extra tabs. You'll see that there's 4 squares underneath that timeline picture instead of just 2. And that's because Mara's added some applications to her Facebook page. Now, these serve to basically act like web pages. So you can add extra web content to your Facebook page where people can find out more about you. You can have a free offer there where you can be collecting and capturing leads, or you can have promotions, competitions. This basically having a Facebook page now is like having a second website, and you don't want to miss out on these opportunities. They don't just come automatically to you, but most of them are free. So know about maximizing your Facebook page. Put your link to your website. You can see under the website, Mara's got a highlighted link to thebusybuzz.com. So people can click there and go straight through to her website. So you can see that one page is taking full advantage of Facebook and the opportunity that it provides to let people know exactly what she stands for. The other is really missing the boat. And you can see the difference in likes. One is at 367 likes, which I'm even surprised they've got that many, to be honest, and one's at nearly 2,500. You don't have to have tens of thousands of likes to be a successful Facebook page, but you do need to have at least 500 to 1,000 to really be getting dialogue on your page and getting people interacting with your message, and for you to also feel like you're not talking to yourself on your Facebook page, which can, when you're building it, it can often feel like that, right, Sonia, where you sort of put posts out and no one says anything, and you're like, why did I bother doing that? Well, once you get a certain number of fans, it doesn't feel like that anymore, because you'll always get at least a couple of likes once you reach a certain number. So that's what we're aiming for. So if we go to the next slide, it's expanding a little on those apps and those applications, inviting them to sample more from you. So when I talked about those 4 Facebook mistakes, the second one was not capturing leads. So that's what I want to make sure that you are adding your applications in under your timeline, so that when they click there, they can see that they can opt in for something of value. So, for example, on my page, I give away a free Facebook ads cheat sheet, which gives you, a bit of an overview of what to do with, when you're setting up your Facebook ads. But it's also an opportunity for me to start building a community of people interested in Facebook ads. The other beauty of this is that Google indexes content as well. So this becomes part of when people are searching for you or your topic. Even this information, just like your website, starts to get indexed by Google, and people can be sent to these tabs. So that's what I meant about it being another, a replication of your website. This really is a really powerful opportunity for you. So make sure that you're using it. You can also drive ads directly to these tabs. So you don't, they have their own unique URL. You can use ads to drive people straight there to be getting a lead or enter a competition or something like that. And you can also use that URL on your website to direct people there, or if you're featuring on other people's websites, or just via posting on your page to get more traffic to any promotion that you're running on the tab. So there are several resources. You do need to be able to access an app to host these, but there are lots of free tools that you can either just Google, or there I've got a link that you can go to fbagqueen.com/LUJURE. That is you can get one free tab on there where you can pretty much drag and drop and add images and put a whole lot of different things on there. Watch the video tutorials. It seems overwhelming, but it is pretty easy. Or there's a whole lot of different places you can go to get one of these done, and I do them for my clients as well as a service. If you don't feel like getting techie at all, then it can get done for you, which is, it's like your website. Do you really want to put your own website together, or do you just want to pay someone to do it? For me, I just like to pay people to do things, but not everybody does, so there's a choice, either or. So
that's great.
That's great. Yeah. Did you have a question on that one?
Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah.
I think what Victoria's sharing here is so important. The idea of giving away something for free, whether that's a free sample of your product, that could be a great way to collect someone's contact information. Or Victoria, it could be what? A quick free report of some kind, free audio, just something that would be valuable, right, for people, and they would happily give you their contact info.
Right. It's called, an irresistible free offer, or just, a lead generation opportunity, whatever it is. But basically, always come from a place of value. If you're giving away some value, and you don't have to give away the farm, you don't have to tell them everything in whatever you're giving away, but they need to be able to walk away and go, hey, I got some value out of that. I've learned something new. I'd like to hear more from that person. That is, one of the best things we can do, because once you start generating value like that, it will start coming back to you. So that's the philosophy that I share, and I know you do too, Sonia. So make sure that you've got a reason for people to enter their email. There's no point just saying, please enter your email and you'll get a newsletter. Well, no one really necessarily wants more stuff in their inbox, so you need to give them a reason to actually enter their email there. So let's go to a couple of the results, and even just the results of when I kicked off my Facebook page a while ago, but these are results that I've definitely built on for other clients, about once you are sending ads to that page of the emails, and there's some examples of them on the left-hand side, you can quickly boost your Facebook likes and your email subscribers. So in a couple of months, I was able to pull up to 3,000 Facebook likes and get 1,300 email subscribers. Now, you may not even have to, be looking to get that many either, but that is what's possible, and that's what we're driving for clients too. It all does depend on how much you'd like to spend on your ads. If you spend, $200 to $400 a month on your ads, then you'll get a lower level of results than that, but you'll still be building at a lot faster rate than you would have been had you not be doing any ads. So your ad prices vary from sort of 10 cents a click to, I don't believe you should be paying any more than $1 a click, and preferably less than 80 cents a click. So doing ads the right way, you'll be paying somewhere within that vicinity. So all you need to do is start adding up, okay, well, if I get that many clicks, how much is that going to cost me? How many of those are likely to convert to likes and leads? And then you can sort of get an idea of what you'd like to spend from a budget perspective. But this is a great strategy if you don't have a huge list of prospects. And even if you do have a huge list of prospects, well, who doesn't want more, right? So the best part is you'll be building a much more targeted list as well. So I just think it's such a great opportunity. So I want to show you another example of another one of my clients who showing her Facebook page too, because I think people get the most sort of learning opportunities from seeing examples in action rather than me telling you, yes, please make sure you put your page together. I want to show you good examples of what these can look like. So this is Jody, who helps people create their own online training products, etc. So she's got a course that it's her main call to action, but she's all about creating value and helping people and solopreneurs in business make sure they increase their business. So what she's got down the bottom is she's got videos, a tab to show her videos, and she's also got a tab that says free training. So that one on the right hand side of that little square under her timeline cover that says Boom Formula, that if you click on that, that goes to the tab that I've just shown you on the right-hand side, where a video plays and there's a clear call to action. Do you want to find out everything you need to create your own online program? Here's some free training videos. Please, enter your email and get instant access so you can watch it right now. That is all contained on Facebook. And, you know, just from the first month, she generated about $16,000 in revenue just from using ads. That's to people who weren't already on her list. So they're buyers who were not already on her list. They were new to her from Facebook, and just trying to show you some of the opportunities that are on Facebook and just using ads. So let's go to the next slide, which is about, I talked about that third mistake about people not posting regularly. So I want you to post engaging content daily. The best part of posting regularly is that you can create Facebook ads on autopilot. I've put that there, so I'm going to show you how to do that too. But what you want to make sure, rather than just putting, you know, pictures of kittens and puppies and, you know, a quote of the day from, I don't know, I see lots of different ones that aren't really relevant to your business. Using quotes can be powerful, but they're even more powerful when they're really relevant to your business, and they include a link in the post back to something that you that people can get from you, whether it be sign up for your list or buy something of yours or enter a competition. So you'll see here on Brendon Burchard's page, he's got a quote actually from his book that he is promoting in this post. There's a link to Amazon. There's an Amazon link up the top that links to his book. So at the end of the day, he's giving a sense of what he's about, what the product he's promoting is about as well, and that is encouraging also people to share, because it's a nice big image. It comes up at the top of people's news feeds. So you'll see there, I mean, he's got a large Facebook following anyway, so he's got 173 shares. But the sharing and the liking is what's also powerful from these images, in that once people like your image, it shows up in their newsfeed and it shows to their friends. Each person on average has 130 friends. So by creating content that's more likely to get liked and shared or commented on, you're actually reaching a whole lot bigger audience than just those people who've liked, shared, or commented on your post. So make sure that you put some thought behind what you're posting. Always post with an image, and if you can, every couple of posts, sell and put a link in. But don't put a link and sell in every single post, because you'll start to annoy people pretty quickly. So sometimes you can just put something fun that isn't about your business, and that's totally fine too. You'll find that most of the posts that get the biggest engagement are often those that are off topic, because Facebook is about a social network. So people are used to engaging with posts from their friends that aren't selling, that may be sharing something quirky or funny or a story that happened to them during the day. So make sure you interweave that with your sales messages, because you'll get the best results doing that. Talking again about putting Facebook ads on autopilot, I did talk about selling every third post there on the next slide, where there's another thing where Jodie's put something, you know, she's put an image there, a link to her program, and then another one where she's shown a blooper reel from recording her videos. And, you know, that was, rather than just putting up her actual video where she's sharing her real content, the blooper reel gets so much more interaction, because actually that's sort of fun and people want to see that, but it also gives a part of her personality, and still at the end of the day it's still connecting with her audience, and they've got her on their mind. So it's still building that relationship and familiarity and friendliness. So that can work for you. So let's talk about this, using Facebook posts. So if you perhaps don't want to be creating the traditional Facebook ads with a headline, copy, and image, perhaps, you know, marketing copy doesn't come easily to you, you can still be creating the same kind of momentum and using the Facebook ad platform by using Facebook page posts. So create a fun post, or create a post that, like I said, is engaged or links back to your product or service, and post it on your page, and then create an ad from it. So this is fairly easy to do, and there's options in behind the scenes to create ads and then take a page post and turn it into an ad. Always include an image in this, because these are the types of posts that are going to get shared more, but also on the side of the newsfeed, these will start turning up a lot bigger than those other ads that I showed you at the beginning. So there's some examples on the right of how big they turn up when you put an image in there. This is for a page that was a juice detox delivery service. So the post here, for example, this is my weekend face posted on a Friday, where we're saying click like if you're excited, it's almost the weekend. That leads to 133 post likes, but also page likes come from that too, and 97 shares. So 97 people have shared that on their page. Keep in mind that they've all got, on average, 130 friends, if not more often. So the reach of just one kind of quirky post becomes a lot bigger just with a little bit of effort in putting an image and putting something really simple. It's really simple. It's really important to keep your copy or your posts very simple, short and simple. People just want to say, like you'll see on the top right-hand side, true or false. That's it. That's all the post says, apart from the image there. You don't need to be writing a whole, length of copy, because people will just switch off. People want just quick hits that they can interact with. On this page, just from doing posts like this, and we also would post nutrition advice. We'd also post links to buying the juice detox for the week, and discount codes, competitions, a whole range of content on their page. We got 2,250 likes in under 2 months, and their sales grew by 25%. Their advertising budget, this was using, I think, $10 to $15 a day in advertising. So you don't have to have huge budgets. I've put down the bottom there, use the update ad feature, and I'll show you on the next slide what I mean by that, and that's going to create your ads on autopilot. So when you go to facebook.com/ads, if you haven't already got an ad account, you'll be guided through how to set up an advertising account. If you've already got an advertising account, you'll be quite used to seeing this screen where this is what you first need to choose what you're going to advertise. So in this instance, you choose your Facebook page. It'll come down as an option in the drop-down menu at the top. And then you select that you want to promote a specific post on that page. And then there's another drop-down which will give you your last few posts to select. And then you tick that little box underneath that says keep my advert up to date automatically by promoting my most recent post. So if you follow my advice by posting daily, interweaving messages that are engaging and sales oriented, you'll be having a constant stream of ads going through to your target audience. But the ads don't look like ads. They look like, those images that I showed you before. Making sure that you keep it ultra targeted. You should be paying, no more than 10 to 20 cents each time one of these ads is clicked on. And that is going to lead to more likes and more leads and more sales. So this is a way of not having to constantly update it and check how it's going. Just keep that on autopilot and maybe just allocate, $10 a day, or maybe you only want to do it for 2 days a week. You can go in and manually put that in. Maybe you only want to allocate $100 a month. That's fine. We all need to be spending money on marketing our business. As we know, if you opened up a physical business and you had a store, you're not going to not advertise. You can't always rely that people are going to walk in and buy something. You need to attract them in, so you need to be investing. So I hope that's not too much high level of detail there. I know sometimes I can lose people, Sonia, at that point, but I just do want to have at least some people who are using Facebook ads to have a takeaway there.
No, it's great. And just to add
one clarifying thing. This is
any of you who've run ads in the past or want to run,
a typical ad. You go in and create the copy and the image, and there's a whole strategy to that, which, as you were saying before, it can be quite expensive because
isn't it typical that you're paying probably 80 cents at least to $1
to click on
an ad and then come to your website or whatever it is you're promoting behind it. But what you're talking about here is really what you'd already be doing on your Facebook page. It's what you're posting, and there's just a way to promote that post so it actually displays like an ad, and it's even more noticeable. That's what I love about it, but it's much less expensive because, I tried this, and it's maybe 10 or 15 cents a click sometimes. It's really reasonable.
It's great. It's a really good strategy to get started and to get comfortable with ads and feeling like, you're not having to, it's basically my low maintenance versions of ads, and I think it's a good way for people to really get started. So I just wanted to share that with you today. say. But even if you haven't got started with ads, don't get overwhelmed with this yet. It's more, even if you can just take away those points about your Facebook page and avoiding those mistakes, that's even more important to me, that you just get started regularly posting, because that you're marketing. Every time you post, you're marketing.
Brilliant. Yeah, and that's great to know.
And that's great to know, even if you're not ready to advertise yet. But as you're posting and thinking about what's relevant for my audience, can I share an inspiring quote, or do I have a photo and something funny to share?
Or for those of you who are in health and wellness companies, you may want to share some good tips around eating well, drinking water, nutrition facts, that kind of thing. Just stuff that your typical audience is going to want to learn from you. And just know that over time, those things that you're sharing aren't only engaging your following, but that those can become ads that'll generate even more leads. I think that's what inspired me to get better at posting. I realized, hey, I can actually promote these things and use them as ads as well.
Exactly.
So that will be easy.
And keep in mind that if you're still not doing that, that's okay. As long as you're posting, what you're doing is getting to know your audience better, getting to know what messages they do respond to. Because if you don't have that information up front before you start advertising, it means that your advertising can take a little bit longer to get off the ground as well. So, but just by posting and understanding what kind of messages people respond best to, you're going to get a better image in your mind of, or a better idea in your mind of who your clients are and how to best advertise to them, and what they respond to really helps you with your advertising moving forward. And also Facebook offer you Facebook page insights, which is like free market research. So you really get to understand what's behind the people who like your page, where they live, how old they are, what posts they're interacting most with. So that allows you to start profiling your audience, which gives you a really good foundation for ads as well. So
Definitely.
Let's hop on to the next slide. Basically, what we just said then, Facebook marketing is definitely going to fast track your success online. It doesn't need to be intimidating or overwhelming. Start one step at a time, addressing each of these areas as you go. Or if you're feeling more confident, put them all into place. And making sure that you're getting emailed leads and your Facebook page likes, so that you've got two places to connect with your audience. Provide value always first. Before you selling, provide the value. Make offers, and so that you can deliver your return on investment if you are advertising. So you create links. We're all in business. I'm not here just to provide free things and value. By value, I mean that you can be giving something to your target audience, but also that it's going to naturally mean that they're going to be coming back to you and buying from you as well. And as your likes increase, that's going to increase your what we call social proof. So when people do come to your page, they see that more people like your page. So they're going to be likely to think, oh, okay, hang on a minute, this person is serious, their brand is popular, and that can be almost like a little self-fulfilling effect as it starts to grow. The more likes you get, the more likes it will attract as well. And it also brings more traffic back to your website. So at the end of the day, you'll have an eager audience of buyers, and you become the expert, positioning yourself as the person who knows the most about whatever topic it is you are the expert in, or whatever product, service, industry you're in. And really, Facebook is word of mouth marketing at its finest. So basically sharing, it's creating a sharing and caring environment. So I think it's perfect for females, if anything, because we love conversation, we love engaging, and we love sharing and telling people about what's hot, what's great, what we're really enjoying at the moment. And that's very powerful. You ask any big brand marketer what they want most, and they want this. And this can be free. So keep that in mind. Let's go to the next slide. Yeah. I want people to realize that you don't need to keep hoping that Facebook's going to start working for you. Just start putting these strategies in place. Facebook ads are the catalyst for making this all work a lot faster for you. But if you haven't tried them yet, it can be very daunting, as Sonia said before. But once you have a roadmap, it starts to open it up, and you'll start to get more confidence. And if you're not using Facebook to recruit more customers, you are definitely leaving money on the table. So keep that in mind. Going to an even more sophisticated online marketing space, looking at things like getting your website at the top of search engines. So SEO, using search engine optimization, can be really confusing and take a long time. Google, however, does love it when you use social media. So an organic way of getting your website higher in search engine rankings, particularly for more competitive terms. And if you're marketing a brand that, there's a lot of other reps marketing as well, then, it's going to be difficult to get your website to cut through that competition. So Google loves it when you're using social media. So by using Facebook, you'll organically come up higher in search results. And Facebook ads are much cheaper and less competitive than other online advertising opportunities like Google Ads. So,
right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you. My goodness. I know we're kind of close on time. I wish we had hours with you, Victoria, because you're just so And I know people listening are probably getting like the vision of what this can do for you and your business. And if this is resonating with you, I just highly recommend you check out Victoria's pages. She's got some amazing stuff. And you have a great offer, too, that you so graciously put together for everyone here. If you guys want to check out some of these strategies further, would you mind taking a second to tell them a little bit about the program you've got and where they can find out more details on that?
Sure.
It's amazing. That's just one of the best resources I've seen for this stuff.
Okay, yeah. We'll just skip over the next sort of couple of slides. They're just really to run through, what the offer is. But if we get to what's in the program, that's just really exactly what's there, so that we're doing it. And, I understand, I appreciate that we're on the hour now. So I just want to show people that I have a training. It's a step-by-step program where not only am I going to let you loose in your own membership area where you can learn at your own pace with completely guided video training on how to set up your own effective Facebook ads, set up your own Facebook page, but I'm also, if you flick to the other slides, I'm also going to give you access to Q&A calls where I'll be offering, bits of training like this, but you'll also be able to ask me specifically how to set things up the way, for your business, what your challenges are, and hear also what other people's challenges are as well and learn from them in 4 hours of live group Q&A calls. I normally only include 2, so this is a bonus 2 live Q&A calls, and unlimited access to our private Facebook group. So you've got more questions. As you can see, examples on there. People have posted, hey, this is what's happening with my ads. Can you tell me, is this successful? Who should I target? What should I do? It's basically like getting free consulting with me. I also have other examples of how to put ads together, but I will step you through that in the program. That's an example there. When you go to the extra bonuses, you'll see that's what the membership area looks like. There are 4 modules plus the initial quick start module, with each have at least sort of 5 videos in there where they're generally 5 to 10 minutes. So you can they're designed to be gone through in sequence, but you can also go back and review them as and when you need on each particular topic. And you have lifetime access to this. It's all stepped out with screenshots. There's no way you're going to get lost with this kind of training. And as I said, I've been able to generate some amazing results for my clients, and I do that every day. That's what I do for my business. So I'm not sitting here saying I'll teach you things that are old. These are things that are working right now. And with Facebook changing all the time, you need to keep on top of that. So the address to go to find out more, where it's all detailed for you, is fbadqueen.com/sell more. But those bonuses are only going to be up for the next 24 hours. So make sure that you get on board with that. And I'll be there to support you, take you through. And if you've got any questions, then please just send them to me at victoria@victoria-gibson.com if you've got specific questions that you need answered. So yeah, that's just a quick rundown for you there of
that's fantastic. And bottom line, my sense is any of you who really resonate with this approach and want to take part in Victoria's program. How would you sum it up, Victoria? I really get the sense that you're really going to understand how to create ads, how to use ads. You're going to understand basically, what's working, what's not, right, as they go through and work on them. Plus, they get access to you, which I know your time is really valuable. So how would you describe is there like a bottom line benefit?
The bottom line benefit is you are going to be getting more customers and selling more, but also have that support throughout the whole experience. So it's not something where you're you're left to your own devices to muddle through. You'll have the access to the training for when, as and when it suits you to go in and actually do the basic learning. But then, the real value is in when you're trying to do your campaigns, you can pop into the Facebook group and post them and say, hey, I'm getting stuck here. Am I paying too much? So, these things will save you money and you'll get your investment back very, very quickly, because the intention is, I see a lot of people wasting money on Facebook ads. They're paying more than $1 a click, and they don't need to be. With the right information, you will save yourself money and you will attract more of the right kind of customers. So I'll stop you from avoiding those mistakes pretty quickly. So, and most of the people can test
Amazing.
it.
Looking at your offer, this is so generous. If you were to purchase all of this training individually, it looks like it's almost $2,000 for training for what, $197. And that's a steal. And the one thing I love about Victoria, I'm very careful about who I usually recommend to my audience. When it comes to Facebook and Facebook ads, it's such a specialty. And I've seen other trainers out there who are also teaching blogging and teaching how to use Pinterest. There's so many tools out there. There's so many incredible things you can learn to build your business. Facebook, without a doubt, is one of the best tools I've seen for network marketing. And the reason that I had no hesitation in having Victoria come and talk to you and also offer you a program here is you really are an expert. You're one of the few people I've seen who's claimed this space and who just knows this stuff inside and out. So those of you listening, if you're really keen on this stuff and you want to learn it well, she's the one person I said, be completely worth your money. And to have access to your time. Victoria and I work on other projects. I know what she charges for her personal time, and she's so worth it. To be able to have personal time with you, along with everything you get in this product, is amazing. It's worth 100 times, I think, what you're charging here. Phenomenal.
Oh, great. I do stand behind it. It's got a 60-day money-back guarantee because I believe in it. I know it works because this is what I'm doing day in, day out, and I'm happy to help people do it. I get a real kick out of it and love that part of it. So thanks for the opportunity today to let me come and share some of
You're so welcome. Thank you so much for everything you shared. So the website again here, everyone, www.fbadqueen, which is basically facebookadqueen.com/Dalmore if you want to check out our program. And I'll make sure that gets posted along with this replay, and we'll email that out to people who want to come check that out further. And at the very least, be sure to go check out Victoria on Facebook, Victoria Gibson, or Mavio, I believe is your name.
Yeah, Mavio is the name. Yeah, I've just changed everything else you're offering. So it's facebook.com/wearemavio, MARVEO. You'll find me there.
M-A-R. Perfect.
And I'll make sure that goes out as well.
All right. Well, thank you amazingly for everything you shared here tonight. Just so appreciate your time. Again, as you all get more familiar with Facebook and who's out there doing stuff in the world, I think you'll appreciate even more just how amazing Victoria is. And having an hour of your time is really valuable. So thank you again. You're very, very generous for coming and share it. And get connected with her. Follow this gal. Learn from her. She's got some incredible free stuff on her site. And any of you who are really serious about building a following on Facebook, I'd say invest in this program. It's worth 10 times more than what she's asking, and I know it'll come back to you in terms of new leads for your business and new customers. So definitely worth your time. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll get this replay out again for those that were not here tonight. And Victoria, thanks so much again for your time and your wisdom. Really, really helpful.
Thanks, Sonia.